Hey guys, I'm gonna take you through the Cancer Care app. So let's go into the sign up screen. We're gonna do the patient first, patient caregiver. Let's create a username. Let's do patient one. Just use my sure. And we have registered. Let's log in. Alright, so we're taken to the home screen. Alright, and this is basically the hub where you're able to see all the features of the site. So here's, you can see explore resources, join our community, and it gives you a brief description for each feature. Support as well. There's other features here. It tells you profile, forums, scheduler. So your general about page and the home page. Alright, so let's go to the scheduler. So this is just front end at the moment, but the idea of this feature is you can schedule appointments or events, medication, anything that a patient might want to know for future references. They can schedule it here. So you would, like, from the 29th to the 30th, you may say take pill, right, and it'll be there, or appointment, do it through day 2, like 6 to 7 or 7:30, or and that'll appear there too. The problem is we don't have the backend, so like it doesn't save, so that's something you guys can add. So for the resources, these are links to articles that have been posted by healthcare providers. So it'll take you to this article that a provider has given to the users, and that's a way for patients to get information regarding their diagnosis, any related information that may be useful to them. That'd be great. The messages, again, this is only front end, but the idea is that providers can send patients messages, or other patients can send each other patient messages. Caregivers, basically, you can communicate on a one-to-one basis using the inbox. So this is just front end, how it would look. As you can see, there's no back end connected to it, so that's something else you guys can add. You can also send messages via, I suppose, their email. The alerts are, for instance, if you scheduled something, you receive an alert telling you what your scheduled event was. That's the idea of that, and you can also get notifications right here, or inbox notifications here. Again, this is just front end, so it'd be nice to be able to add this in the back end for the next iteration of the project. So community, let's go into the forums. You can add posts. Each patient, basically any user, can add a post to the forum. So let's go into one post. Right, so the original user posted this. You can comment on a post. Hi. Right, it'll update my username. Also create a post. Right. You get your title of the post, the user that posted it, number of replies. So if I go into this post and I comment, right, it'll update the number of replies. This is also front end right now. We haven't added the tags yet for the posts, so that's something you guys can do. We can add maybe the user can add a tag, and then we can filter each post by its tags. It's an idea. Let's go to events. So this is where users can post events, you know, like marathon runs or support groups, or you know, any event that may be related to, you know, a cancer run, marathon, anything that they feel that they may be able to post. You can go ahead and post. Let's see, for the Relay for Life, for instance, this is a marathon run. Right, so it gives you the description, start, the end, and the address of the event. So if I join an event, it'll increase the number of attendees, and so the user can see how many, the user who posted it can see how many people decide to attend. You can also create an event. So let's say, just call it event. Just pick any date. I don't know, and then PM. Address. Sure. Description. Just write description. There's a mistype, but whatever. So here it is. And then you can see who organized the event by their username. Join event, and that'll increase the number of attendees. You can also search events, but this is the front end. We want to add back into this. We want to be able to filter by location, near to the user, you know, or you can basically just see any event in the world that may be of use. Let's go into the profile. So you got 3 tabs for the profile. You got the personal, the medical, and my team section. In the personal, if you noticed, when we're creating our account, I didn't want, well, as per like the HIPAA rules, you know, you want to try to have the patient remain anonymous. So, I didn't make it mandatory for them to add their first and last name. So I just provided an outlet where you can write your email and your username as mandatory fields. But here, if you want, you can add your first name and your last name. Oh, my address, whatever. You can change your password here if you want to. So I didn't save it, so that's why I didn't save. But if I had to just go ahead and save changes, it'll give you a notification and it'll stay there. Medical, so here you can describe your medical situation, what kind of cancer type you have, what stage you're in, metastasis, which is basically where the cancer has spread, and then you got the types of treatment that you prefer or that you're taking. So for instance, say you have breast cancer, then you're in stage 2, say it's spread to the lungs, and say you're currently taking chemo, and say your therapy with some surgery, save those changes. It'll save, and the idea for these fields is so that later on you can go into the resources and filter. Let's say there's a filter for breast cancer, right? And then you'd have resources related to breast cancer, or let's say you're taking chemotherapy, or it spreads to the lungs, and there's further information of those treatments or metastasis. You know, so that's something that the healthcare provider can add. So in my team, here you can add your support team, like your caregiver, your personal doctor. You can add their contacts here. You know, so let's say I had a caregiver. Just call him. You know, you got their phone number. Right, so they'd appear. They'd appear right here. You'd have a whole list of them. You can also be able to email them a link on the envelope, so you can, you know, email them any personal questions or, you know, any private messages. What else? So the support tab, the idea for this is that you can send messages to the staff or whoever's in charge of this website and like give feedback or let them know of a bug in the system. That's the idea for this. So you can choose, say, customer service for suggestions. You can say, hey, back end missing, you know. Alright, you gotta write your name and all that. This is only front end, so since I haven't set up messages yet, this would go hand in hand with this. So this will be sent to the admin, for instance. So that's that. Let me log out.